right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here. I'm out on location today, so I'm out of the studio. I'm talking about your daily horoscope for Sunday Fun Day, the 4th of October, 2020. We got the sun in the balance sign of Libra, bringing balance to our lives, balance to our mind, balance to our body, balance to our relationships, and that which we value, those who we value. Right by an airport here, so I'm sorry if there's a loud plane coming by. We've got the moon in the stable sign of Taurus. All right, moon in the stable sign of Taurus, getting away from Uranus. Okay, that shake that we talked about yesterday. A little bit of an opposition to Mercury over there in the sign of Scorpio. Right, bringing depth and emotional intensity. A little bit of drama and desire, our deep-rooted desires and passions in our life are being highlighted and saying, can we bring these into a stable, manifested area in our lives, right? Bringing balance. Everything is about balance right now. But the most exciting aspect of today is the Pluto direct, okay? Pluto is officially direct today. And Pluto is making a quincunx over there to the north node. Okay, Pluto direct meaning we're going to, the transformation of our lives. Okay, and this month is all about transformation and shadow work, right? And Pluto is doing the shadow work. Pluto is about the shadow work and about our authority. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. One, with this in conjunction or quincunx that Pluto is making to the north node, it's saying that sometimes we do not see by our own actions moving in a certain direction, we don't always see the transformation happening. You know, it's like when we have an animal from like a little kitten growing up to a cat, we don't always see, if we're with it every single day, we don't always see the transformation happening as the cat grows larger. Or when we're watering a plant every day, we don't necessarily see the change as if we were to step away and come back, you know. So this is saying while us continuing to go on our path, we might not see the transformation that's happening in our lives, but to absolutely trust that the transformation is happening, okay? That these things in our lives are making a difference, that our thinking differently is creating the change that's necessary, even though we might not see it to its fullest, okay? Now the other part about Pluto being direct in the authoritative place of Capricorn is it's like this. There's a sense of when we are in a position of authority or we're the boss and we're explaining how to do something with somebody else, there's a couple different ways to go about something to do it, or this particular thing that we're talking about right now. Okay, there is saying, hey, okay, show me, if I'm the boss and saying, okay, show me how to do this. And then the person does it, and then I start ripping apart and telling them how wrong they are. We've all had a boss that does this. We've all had an experience like this, where it's just like, okay, do this thing, and then you do it, and then they, no, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Instead of just taking the initial steps as the boss to show the person, okay, this is how we do this here in our company. This is how we do this. This is how we do this dance move. This is how we execute this, whatever it may be. Okay, so we're flipping this position of power, this position of authority within us, and because we can uplift or we can, oppress, and we can knock down. And by taking the approach of show me how to do this, and then I'm going to tell you why you've done it wrong, this builds us up in a sense of power and puts them down, so that we maintain in that position of power and we maintain that authoritative figure. All right, where we're changing the script on authority. That's what Pluto's job is to do, while still in conjunction with Jupiter and Pluto. We're bringing a new abundance and a different approach to these things, right? So this is saying, okay, let me take the time here to show you how to do it right, or to show you how we do it in this scenario, or whatever this case or whatever this scenario may be. This is how we're going to do it, and we'll guide you through it. That's one of the things I can honestly say about Michael Jackson. I got to work on a Michael Jackson movie a few years ago. And watching all these documentaries about him while working on this film, whatever about the guy himself, but when somebody would mess up, we screw up, we get hard on ourselves. We were practiced to make perfect. We've got Venus, what we love and desire. in the sign of Virgo, which is very critical, can be very self-critical, hard on ourselves of what we've done or doing if we screw up. And it takes that position of the person of authority, and Michael Jackson was fantastic about this. And you say, this soft little voice, don't worry about it, that's why we practice. That's why we rehearse. Okay? So it's like, this is why we practice, this is why we rehearse, this is why we try to learn something new, to expand, to grow, to transform our lives. And this is why we become in this position of authority to uplift people, to guide them in the right direction, not to show them why we're the powerful, strong ones and why we're the boss. You know what I mean? That doesn't help anybody. It helps us maintain our position of being above them. All right. So all in all, really, really beautiful day. Pluto moving direct is really powerful. It kicks up, okay, and it adds the ignition turning on, okay, to this transformative energy that October brings to us. All right. The balanced moon over there in Taurus, always a blessing when the moon is in Taurus. And now that it's getting away from Uranus, it happened really early in the morning or late last night, depending where you're at in the world, getting away from Uranus and away from this Mercury opposition, the moon is free to just allow its stability. And of course, the sun balanced in Libra, adding to that stability and making sure that we're looking at both sides of the fence here before we make a decision or before we just adding balance, simply adding balance to our lives and coming from a grounded place, stable emotions. And same with what we desire, being focused, okay? Focused in the sign of Virgo. All right, my friends, so have a happy Sunday fun day. And we'll be back on location again tomorrow, probably some different scenery. But all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a happy Sunday.